Estelle, are you in there?
Joshua?
Dinner's ready. Just to let you know, we'll be having roasted basil chicken and onion soup gratin.
That sounds so good. I'll come down later. Why don't you two go ahead and eat?
Alright. Well, make sure to come down before your food gets cold.
The Wheel of Fortune card. Again. Something really is going on. I just can't see what it is. Where's Estelle?
She said go ahead and eat without her. Doesn't seem to have an appetite.
I see. She took the news a lot better than I thought she would.
It's not surprising she doesn't want to come out of her room, seeing as how close she is with her father.
I agree.
So what do you think about all this, Shara? Is it an accident or an incident?
To be honest, I couldn't say either way. Your dad is a top-class bracer. When it comes to crisis management, he's the best there is. Whichever it is, if your father happens to be there, it'll be resolved. But the fact is, an airliner, along with your father, has gone missing.
In other words, what you're saying is that things that shouldn't happen, happened, right?
Don't lose heart on me now. You need to be a stout wall of support and bear Estelle up. I'll get to work tomorrow and see what I can find out. Man, it sure smells good down here. I can't stand it any longer. What? Estelle? Are you okay? I'm so hungry I thought I was gonna pass out. Oh, this looks good. Bon appetit! Aren't you two having any? This is great! The basil flavor really comes out when you roast it. You sure know how to cook, Joshua. Well, thanks. Come on, Shara. Don't you just sit there too? Do you want to drink some of my dad's brandy from his secret stash? I'm pretty sure there's a bottle of stain rose that's about 20 years old in there.
Oh, yes!
Did you say stain rose? And 20 years old too?
Shara, what do you think you're doing?
Sorry, Estelle. I'm gonna have to pass this time. By the way, what were you doing up in your room? You didn't come down even after Joshua called you for supper. Huh? Oh, right. I was just looking for some extra underwear. I was having a bit of trouble finding one of my favorites because it was stuffed in the back of one of the drawers.
Underwear?
Oh, and a set of gear for traveling. I mean, who knows how long we'll be gone, so I figured as long as we're prepared, we have nothing to worry about. So what you're saying is, you intend to head to Bose to find your father? Well, duh, that's a no-brainer. And while I can't imagine anything bad happened to him, despite his horrible luck, waiting around just doesn't suit me, so I'm gonna go check things out for myself.
You really are something else. Whether it's your positive attitude or thick skin, I can't say, but...
You're so rude, Joshua. But you're coming along too, right?
Of course. However, it looks like all airliner flights have been cancelled until the Army finishes their search. Seems the only way to Bose is on foot.
Walk to Bose, huh? Wonder how long that's gonna take. For a bracer on foot, if they hurry, they can make it there in about half a day. But if that's the route you're taking, that makes things easy. I think I'll tag along as well. Really? You'll come with us? But aren't you busy with a bunch of other jobs? Hey, I trained under your father, right? Did you honestly think I'd just sit here when something could have happened to the person I owe so much to? I'm gonna talk to Anna and have her pass my jobs at the guild to another member. Shara.
We really appreciate this, Shara.
You really shouldn't be thanking me. I just can't leave a job as big as this to a bunch of newbies. I hate to say it, but you're probably right. Oh well. Since Shara's along for the ride now, I do feel a bit more confident.
We appreciate you coming with us.
Myself as well. Anyway, let's make sure to drop by the guild tomorrow morning before we leave. I'll need to explain the situation.
Chapter 1. Disappearance of the Lindy.
I understand the situation now. To be frank, though, with Sherazard taking off after Cassius, I'm going to be really short-handed. But since this involves him directly, please don't worry about anything. I really appreciate this, Aina. Make good use of Ridge while we're gone. He should be able to deal with at least 3 times his normal workload. Don't you think that's a bit harsh? Don't worry. If things get too hectic, I'll ask for help from the Grandsill branch. By the way, Sherazard, can I get a minute? I'd like to talk with you about the job you were going to do. Sure, no problem. Estelle, Joshua, could I have you 2 wait upstairs? I'll be done in a minute.
Understood.
Shara? If we're gonna be waiting, would you mind if we did it out in front of the clock tower? I'd like to say hi to someone. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay then, let's meet up in front of the clock tower. As soon as I'm done here, I'll head over there myself. Got it. Come on, Joshua.
Sure. Septon Calendar 1075, erected in partnership with the liberal royal family, Septon Church, and the Roland City. 1192, destroyed during the 100 Days' War when Roland was bombarded by the Ambonian Imperial Army. 1197, rebuilt with the cooperation of the citizens of Roland. Every time I see this clock tower, I always think, they sure did a superb job restoring it after the war. You can sure feel the spirit of Roland's people from this.
Estelle? Joshua? What do you think about going up with me and waiting until Shara shows up?
You mean the clock tower? Sure, I don't mind.
Okay, come on. Morning air is so refreshing. Hey look, Joshua, we can see the house from here.
You're right, I can see the roof. But do you want to tell me what's going on since you've always avoided coming up here? I was under the impression you didn't like this place.
I like this place, but I just can't casually come up here. This is the place where my mom died.
What?
"10 years ago, during the war, when the Imperial Army surrounded Roland, they bombarded the symbol of the city, the clock tower, to try and get the citizens to surrender. This was at the time Dad was fighting in the Royal Army. I wanted to see who he was fighting against, so I climbed up the clock tower. And when the bombardment started, I couldn't get away. When I came to, I hardly had a scratch on me. My mother had saved me. I was wrapped tightly in her arms, shielded from the rubble. And as I cried, she sang my favorite lullaby. But when they finally dug us free, after the war ended and this place had been rebuilt, I avoided coming here for the most part. It's not because I have painful memories of this place, though. It's just, when I come here, a part of me wants so much to draw on her strength. Plus, I felt that I can't be strong like her if I'm always trying to rely on her. Estelle. Today's okay, right? Relying on her just this once. Asking her to bring Dad home safely. Asking her to protect him. Of course it is. And don't worry. Dad's safe for sure. Your mother's protecting him, so there's no doubt in my mind that he's safe. And if he happens to be in a bit of trouble, then you can come to his rescue. Just like your mother did for you, you can do the same for your dad. Don't forget, I'm here to help too. Joshua, I know I can't completely understand everything you've been through, but I can stay by your side as I am now. And if you need a shoulder to cry on, you've always got mine. So... Huh? Joshua, you're trying too hard. You shouldn't say things like that so lightly.
What do you mean?
If I were any other girl, I would have totally misinterpreted your intentions just now. You're seriously the type who's going to have problems with romantic relationships in the future. I'm already starting to get worried.
Well, excuse me for trying to be nice. Why do you have to be like that when someone's genuinely worried about you?
Thanks for cheering me up, Joshua. I feel a lot better now.
Guess as long as I get some kind of thanks, it was worth looking like a complete fool. You are unbelievable.
Don't be mad. I'm really thankful, believe it or not. How about we get down from here, huh? I'm sure Shara's waiting for us.
Probably right.
Mom, I finally realized why I wanted to become a bracer. It's so I could become strong and protect others just like you. Please watch and see. I won't fail to bring Dad home safe again. Aw, the two of you had such a cute scene going on up there. Why, my cheeks even feel a bit hot just thinking about it.
What's that supposed to mean? You were spying on us?
Give me some credit, will you? I just happened to see you when I looked up to check the time. Sure wish I had an orbital camera to get a shot of that view.
Come on.
What are you trying to say, Shara? That's called family bonding. Plain and simple. It's kind of like your habit of hugging everyone after your third bottle of wine.
Let's not get into that. No, I'm very interested.
What's with the sigh? You really don't know how to take a joke, do you? Oh, whatever. Did you say hi to Lena while you were up there? Yeah. I even asked for her to watch over Dad. I see. It looks like you're all set. You know Lena's protection is equal to that of the goddess herself. Your dad's safety is pretty much guaranteed. I think you may be giving her a little too much credit.
Now that you mention it, you met Estelle's mother before, right, Shara?
Yeah, when I was a child. I was still in a troupe at the time.
A troupe?
Yeah, a troupe in a traveling circus. Shara was a dancer. Although it was a long time ago, we first met when she came to Roland with the circus. 12 years ago, to be exact. I was 11, and Estelle was 4.
So that makes Shara 23. Okay.
And because of that chance encounter, when I became a bracer, I trained under your father.
Huh, I didn't know that.
Maybe I'll tell you about it sometime when I get a chance. You about ready to head for Boise? With airliner flights canceled, we'll just have to make our way to Boise the old-fashioned way, by foot. First, we'll need to make our way to the Verde Bridge checkpoint, which sits on the border of the Boise region.
Verde Bridge is located at the west end of the Milich main road.
Looks like we're all set, so let's go!
And with that, we're going to begin Chapter 1. And there went half the episode. Oops. The airliner in which Dad was riding disappeared over the Boise region, so we set off to the area with Shara to see if we could ascertain what actually happened. We need to put together a medical necessities. Roland Chapel. Where was the chapel again? Roland Chapel. Come on. Here you go. Well, good morning, everyone. Are you on a journey somewhere?
Yep. Just over to Bose, but before we left, there's something we wanted to give you.
To me? Yep, here's the bear claw and monster wing. Oh, this is the bear claw and monster wing you were looking for. Please use them as medical ingredients. You requested these at the guild, right? Oh, that's right. I did put in a request. I'm just surprised you went to all the trouble to do this for me. My thanks to the both of you. Appears you're both doing a wonderful job. This is encouraging to know.
We'll try to do our best.
That attitude, I have nothing to worry about. Make sure to act with caution wherever your travels take you. I pray that the goddess will guide you on your journey. Medical necessities completed. Alright, let's go report that into the guild before we head out. We're here. Report. 250 Mira, 3 BP. Junior Bracer, 7th class. New letter carrier. I'm looking for someone to deliver a personal letter to a colleague of mine in Bose. Oh, well, let's go back to the chapel. By the way, you said you were headed to Bose, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then in that case, could I ask a favor of you? I wanted to send Father Holstein a letter, but the airliners are grounded. How about it? Can I get you to deliver this letter while you're there? Yeah, sure, no problem.
Shouldn't be a problem since the letter's not that big to begin with.
See, Father Divine's letter. All we need to do is give this letter to Father Holstein in Bose, right? Yes, the chapel's on the east side of Bose City, so it should be fairly easy to locate. Traveling around other regions and broadening your knowledge is food for the mind. Okay, yeah, we can definitely do that one. No problem. This way. There we go. I have to have it to where when I press up, I go north on the map. Or you're gonna see me get really lost. Before we leave, let's see. We have a lot. I don't have that many earth though, so I can only open one. And there's Shara. Let's open this one for Estelle. There we go. And Lockport's okay. Eagle vision. See enemies from a distance. That must be the one we got for the rank 7, right? Or reaching 7? That seems useful, but it doesn't really give her any other spells. Which is kind of what I was looking for. Well, we'll put it on for now. And go with that. We can sell the pile rod. Before we leave, I want to make sure we're geared up for the journey. Huh, issue 2. Incident, accident, incident, details inside. We'll buy that. Let's see. We can sell the pile rod. I don't think we need the leather boots. let's see. We'll buy some reviving balm, just in case. I like the EP charge, but it's expensive. Alright, now for gear, see if they got anything new in. Feel like you're on the details. And we're off to Boast to check on things. Okay, shop. Pyra, that's the same. Or no, that's not the same. We have something better. Kunai, leather vest, armor vest, everybody's wearing that. That's about it. Prevents poison. I don't know. Feels like that could be useful. Okay. We'll just go with what we have. Okay, did that. Did the factory. You're different. Milk crepe. A luxurious cake of layered crepes with cream in between. Heals 200 HP. We're gonna buy one of those so we can learn how to make it. I think I've bought everything else. Better make sure before we leave this area, because different things will probably be in different areas. Wholesome pasta. Okay, we've made the pasta, which you just eat here. Potluck in a shell. Oh, all you need is a monster carapace. Neat. The cookie. Flowery soda, wholesome pasta. Do I have I have French fries on me. And crepe. I didn't see the Caramine eye, I don't think. Let's buy one of those. That should be everything. Okay. With all of that, I think we're ready to begin our journey. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this episode here. Yes, I know that makes this episode just completely prep and story, but I assume from what you've seen of the game so far, you kind of expected that at the beginning of a chapter. And this is really the beginning of what I feel is going to be the big journey. So I don't mind that much. Like I said, this is going to be a long LP. It's just going to end up that way. Just because there's a lot of story. Which is good. That there is a lot of story. We're getting a lot of character interaction. I think in the long run, it will really pay off for the game. It doesn't make for the most exciting LP. So I may struggle with it as a Let's Play. But so far, I'm really enjoying the game. So the episodes like this, if you like a lot of story, this game is definitely for you. And this LP will definitely be for you. But hopefully the action will pick up. I think it will. What I'm going to do in between episodes is I'm going to go head back to that, to the forest. If it will let me. We'll see if the game will let me. And wow, your AP does go up from 110 to 160. That's why Shara has 160. That's good. I'm going to head back to the forest, and I'm going to get some levels because the EXP was good. So, I'll more than likely have at least one level, maybe two, depending on how good they do the EXP. Huh, Joshua does have 20 more. I guess it did count when she died. She didn't get all of that EXP in that fight because one of the enemies went down. I figured as long as Estelle was up by the end of the fight, she'd get all the EXP, but I guess not. I guess that is not the case. So Estelle's going to be a little behind Joshua. That's okay. I'm going to get some EXP for Estelle and Joshua just because it was giving a good amount, and leveled them up once, maybe twice. Just how as long as the EXP is good, I'm gonna gain the levels. Maybe they'll learn some crafts or something, hopefully. And then if Shara levels up as well, that'll be good. So that's the plan. And next episode, we'll begin our journey to Bose. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a lot of fun. If you haven't already figured out, this LP is going to be a lot of story. You know, I already said that. But hopefully you're enjoying it. And we'll just see how the game evolves. I'm very curious and very interested. Till the next episode, I'm Cendril9. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.